Vincent, Lepore, 33 Ocean Terrace, Long Branch. Request 1-minute notification. Council, we see seated an acting administrator. This was taken notice at the last council meeting as well. Perhaps a recommendation to this council is to go along the lines of other municipal governments throughout the state and start merging the duties of the city administrator into the city clerk's office. We have a well-qualified clerk here with 40 years on the job, interacting with department heads. You couldn't have a more experienced individual. You can eliminate the administrator, do an uptick in the salary of the clerk, and you can get the same job done. Probably better than anybody that's held it. As far as redevelopment zones, I would spare the clerk of the redevelopment zones because I would eliminate them. And spare the taxpayers of the litigation and the municipal tax abatements that go with those redevelopment zones. Council, a while back in February, open requests were made. The open requests concerned the Long Branch Police Department and the midnight shift. For a problem that developed on the midnight shift with 8 officers. Apparently, the Oprahs were denied privilege of the mayor and the administration. Suspensions were rescinded in favor for more lenient internal penalties, supposedly forfeiture of vacation and unpaid overtime, so as to maneuver not revealing the name with the internal disciplinary measures. Director Roebuck was quoted February 3rd, 2016 on NJ.com that there was a 10 to 45-day suspension without pay. Quoting Director Roebuck, "They failed to patrol zones adequately," end quote. What worries me on this whole situation is even to this date, there's no accountability to the taxpayers. It's a political patronage system in the police department that brought about this patronage culture that allowed such conduct to occur. And apparently the remedy was an internal remedy rather than accountability to the people, for which this council has direct accountability to, the taxpayers and the citizens of Long Branch. Therefore, along with the mayor, the council is viewed as covering this up. What we intend to do, council, is get that money back to the taxpayers on that midnight shift. For 8 members of the Long Branch Police Department that didn't do their job for an extended period of time. The internal penalties don't satisfy the taxpayers. Is it too much to ask 8 individuals on the Long Branch Police Department to travel 5 miles to work, clock in, get in a cruiser, do their job for 8 hours and leave without having to do another for-profit job while on duty? It came down to abandoning post. That is the penalty.
Mr. Lepore.
The names of the 8 officers: Sergeant Frank Pasantino, Police Officer Juan Vasquez, Lieutenant George Silverio, Lieutenant Douglas Gottfriedson, Police Officer Marco Rodriguez, Police Officer Christopher Gant, Police Officer Edward Gomez, Police Officer Patrick Joyce Jr. All should have been charged with abandoning post. You put a citizen in this position to make accountability to the taxpayers because this council, along with the mayor, covered up those names. Many of these officers have skeletons in the closets. One in particular has skeletons from Dumpstergate.
Your time is up, Mr.
Junk government.